What's up everybody, Brick Philosophy here. Tell me, have you ever played a Lego video game? If not, then I'm afraid you haven't lived. There is nothing like venturing through a world as a minifig, building bricks, collecting studs, and fighting through missions along the way. It's truly an experience to cherish. If you haven't, I recommend you go to GameStop or Amazon right now and grab whatever tickles your fancy. If you are a Lego gamer, tell these guys what they're missing. The thrills, the adventure, the stud multipliers, While we're on the subject, I guess this is a good time to share with you my top 10 favorite Lego video games. So without further ado,
Lego Indiana Jones, The Original Adventures.
I remember playing this one at a daycare, some LA Fitness when I was yay high, like 5 or 6. I don't know why, but I was really intrigued by it. I can't really remember what I was doing, but I know I enjoyed it, and that it was like the only thing keeping me sane around all those snot-dripping Tasmanian devils. Not my first Lego game or the best, but it will always have a place in my heart.
Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, the video game.
I had this one on Nintendo. I thought it was pretty cool, but again, I don't remember much from it. I do, however, remember playing as Jack Sparrow and just walking around with his character all day. The way he walks is hilarious. Definitely one of the best pirates to ever do it.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Next up, we've got Jurassic World. I recently played this game after watching the Jurassic Park series for the first time ever. I know. The first film grew on me, and now I'm waiting for Jurassic World Dominion to come out. Now, I saw this game available on the PS Store for like $5. I was like, why not? I really wanted to walk around as a T-Rex or a Triceratops though, really the main reason why I bought it. Come to find out, you can't really walk around a large terrain of the open map with a dinosaur because of the gate restrictions, but you can customize your own dinosaurs, which is really cool, and you can walk around with them around the park for a good little while, and I thought that was pretty cool too. I also thought the levels were super accurate to the films, almost as if you were watching the series all over again. I had to include this one on the list because of the roster. There's such a range of DC characters on this roster, it's amazing. You get the villains and heroes from all around. I also enjoyed hearing the theme music from Superman and Wonder Woman whenever you flew up in the air with those characters. Though I didn't know Wonder Woman could fly. I thought that was what the invisible jet was for, but whatever. Okay, listening to the soundtrack at some places on this game was probably my favorite part about it. Like the Malibu soundtrack, oh man. Brought a tear to my eye one time. The soundtrack is just epic. I also broke my Xbox 360 and couldn't play Lego Marvel Superheroes anymore. Eventually I gave it away or lost it or something happened to it. This was kind of a replacement for that, and it was going to have to do until the next one was out, and sure enough, it delivered. I had the Harry Potter collection on Nintendo DS and Wii. I played this game consistently. I was on the Nintendo, then the Wii, then Nintendo, then the Wii. Frankly, I can't even remember much from this game. I was like 6 or 7 playing it, but boy, did I love it. I remember not being able to get past one of the levels, and my grandmother would hear me throwing tantrums in the living room. She'd come in there and say, "Stop all that whining, you'll get it. Just keep pushing, you'll figure it out." Sure enough, I did. Yep, this game brought the best out in everyone.
Lego, the Lord of the Rings.
I think there's more to this Hobbit than meets the eye. Mithril.
If you're new to the channel, great. But this means you don't know that I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I've loved Lord of the Rings since I was like 3. Really more afraid of it than anything at the time because I was terrified of Smeagol, but kept wanting to watch him transform into Gollum for some reason. Anyway, when they came out with the game, I was like 11 or 12, and it was honestly one of the best times of my life. I had just moved to Washington and was going through a really rough stage, but this game came in and saved the day. I was up until dawn playing this game. I wouldn't even turn the system off, I was so hooked. The characters, the music, the levels, everything was just fantastic. I was at the edge of the chair, just glued to the TV. I remember traveling as any character from the Shire all the way to Mordor just for the fun of it. I mean, I was really reliving the journey. The structures were beautifully designed. It was just awesome. And then I broke my Xbox 360 somehow and played it no more. Why do they not have one for PS4? I don't know, but I hate it. They have The Hobbit, but no Lord of the Rings.
Lego Batman, a video game.
Another one I had on Nintendo and Wii. This is one of the first that I had ever played, and I loved it. Again, the soundtrack was fire, and it was the first Lego superhero game I ever had. Is it too much to say that this is one of the founding fathers of Lego video games? I think not. This bad boy was one of the best Lego games I ever played. I mean, I was up for days playing this game. Literally, I wouldn't rest. The open world killed it, and it was the first time I wanted to collect all the minifigures and complete all the missions. I think it was actually the first game I ever hit 100% on. I remember the soundtrack was great, and swinging a Spidey through the Big Apple was amazing. Pun intended. I talk about the destruction of my Xbox like an atom bomb dropped on my life, but it really did feel like that. And when I couldn't play this one anymore, I was broken. I was trying so hard to buy it just to have it. But funds are low when you're in grammar school, so. Luckily, I didn't have to wait long before the next one was in the shop, waiting for my nimble fingers to grab it and heat it up in my new PS4 for the next 24 hours.
Mix and match your favorite characters from across the galaxy and build your adventure from episode 1 all the way through to episode 6. Family can battle together on next-gen consoles and take the complete saga with you on the Nintendo DS, featuring new levels, Steel Sport, Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, this fall. Fun runs in the family.
Last, but certainly not least, perhaps my favorite Lego video game of all time, Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. This one's number one for a good reason. It sparked my love for Lego video games from the moment I played Negotiations, the first level of the game. This game is packed with so much nostalgia and emotion. Levels I never thought I'd get by have brought me to play the games you know and love today for hours without end. I had this one on PS3, Nintendo DS, my third Nintendo DS after breaking the first two, and on Wii. I was playing this game as if it were a religion, a practice that needed to be done to satisfy the Lego gods. It was the first Lego video game I ever played, and I'll never forget my first time hearing the Star Wars soundtrack at the introduction of the game. Wow. So many memories with this one. It's crazy to think there's a reboot, I guess you'd call it, coming out in 2 months. I don't know if I should pre-order it or not, but either way, my $60 has been waiting in my back pocket for its presence for quite some time. I just can't wait any longer. I'm so thankful for these games because they not only taught me hand-eye coordination, giving me the cat-like reflexes I now possess, but when I pop these bad boys in the system, at least the ones that I still have a system for, I'm reminded of all those wonderful memories, waiting to come home and play these games all night, neglecting school, food, everything. Unhealthy to some, but paradise to others. After all this time, I'm still anticipating the next one and the next one. Can't wait for the Star Wars Skywalker Saga to come out. That's gonna be sick. I think I'm quite ready for another adventure. But I guess that's it, folks. Let me know what your favorite Lego games are. What's number one on your list and which ones give you the most nostalgia? What's the hardest level you've ever played? What do you love most about these games? I definitely recommend to you, those who have not ever played a Lego video game, that you go to the store right now and grab one. Subscribe for more content like this. If you want to see more content like this, your support is the reason I do what I do. Don't forget to stay creative and build your future. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.